Chris Pratt is our newest big blockbuster hero, and he is playing our Navy SEAL officer who's being investigated about how they were ambushed during a high-stakes COVID mission. The intro, obviously, we're into a funeral straight off the bat, and I really liked how they had narration over, and it was just a really cool military funeral with our narration over, and Chris Pratt's telling us a story, which then all of a sudden melds into the mission briefing. And I really liked how they were building the team up. So the group were obviously having that bit of banter, and they look like a nice cohesive unit. Like, that's what I expect with these guys that are obviously training as a unit, because obviously each other's lives depend on them performing and really knowing how one another sort of move and operate. So they would spend quite a big amount of time together, obviously training. But as the mission briefing comes in, like, I like the transition between the actual on the field and how they were telling the actual mission. That was really cool. Like, the real dark grittiness, and you can feel the tension building as they're coming into these tunnels. It is quite dark, and as all of a sudden it all kicks off, like they do get ambushed by the enemy, and it's real dark. You can only see like the flash from the flashes of the gun shooting, and like they're looking for a tripwire, and the dog's going off, and like everything was real tense in this actual like little tunnel system. And there's explosions once the tripwire goes, and they're all being like dragged back, and we all feel disorientated. So we're all getting it from Chris Pratt's like point of view. Like, his head hits it, like he's obviously got a concussion, but I did feel disorientated. I felt like the tension was there. That was really well done. But as soon as we transitioned back into like real life of after this incident, where the investigation part was actually really cool. Like, I enjoyed them interrogating him, but as soon as he's sort of in like the slice of life, I was a little bit disengaged. But it all does tie in at the, like towards the end, where Pratt has portrayed his character really well in terms of, do you think he's actually gone crazy, or is his memories what they actually are? So we're presented with a little bit of a real psychological kind of, is he right or isn't he? Like, is he making it up? But then he's obviously gone for his MRI scan, like, and he starts to get ambushed. Like, the fight scenes in this are awesome. Like, there's no part of me that was like disengaged in the fight scene. It was actually when it was in the slice of life that I did get disengaged. But in terms of the action is awesome. So well done to the show. Like, I feel that actual tension and everything's going on. And when he's like even in the fights, his mind he's getting those headaches, and you can see it like interferes with his actual kind of, not perception of reality, but it definitely inhibits his physical aspect while he's going into these fights where he is fighting for his life. And like, the payoff is awesome in terms of the flashbacks that they do. So we can actually see that he's starting to doubt himself, and we're getting what the other people are actually seeing and feeding in the information, where it's making him double guess. But then when he finally gets home after being attacked from the MRI, you can see like the devastation after his family was attacked too. So he knows he's not quite going crazy, but he doesn't know who to trust, and he's going to be a lone wolf. So this is only episode 1, and all 8 episodes are out now on Amazon Prime, so we're going to have to binge watch them as well. But yeah, it was really, I did enjoy this episode. It was probably a little bit of the slice of life was too much. Scenes were a little bit too long in terms of the slice of life, but they were in there to sow those seeds of doubt, and you needed them to work out whether he's crazy or not, which we're not really sure about yet because we don't have all the information, but it's definitely looking like it's going to be a fun ride throughout. So let me know what you think below, and you know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.